Have you ever truly paused long enough, quiet enough, to feel the ache that sits not in your body, but in the marrow of your soul? That relentless, hollow yearning, like a drumbeat just beneath your skin, urging you to run faster, push harder, reach further. That voice that says, if I could just get there, then I'll feel whole. Then I'll finally rest. Maybe for you, it's the desperate sprint toward love, chasing a connection that seems always one step beyond your grasp, no matter how wide you stretch your arms. Maybe it's the feverish chase for success, the next promotion, the next project, the next accomplishment, believing that one more trophy on the shelf will quiet the gnawing anxiety that keeps you up at night. Or perhaps it's the obsessive pursuit of peace itself, as if stillness is a prize you can earn by hustling harder, meditating longer, or perfecting your rituals. But somehow, with every frantic step forward, the horizon stretches further away, the finish line recedes like a cruel mirage, and your lungs burn not from the run, but from the unbearable weight of never feeling there yet. If this resonates deep within your bones, if you recognize yourself in these words, this is not a coincidence. This is your soul calling you home. This message has found you for a reason, because a deeper truth has been trying to reach you, and you are finally ready to hear it. Ready to remember that the constant chase is not your natural state. It's a distortion, a misunderstanding of how creation, alignment, and fulfillment actually work in this universe. If this stirs something inside you, if your heart whispers, yes, this is me, let it be known, drop a I am ready to remember in the comments. Let the universe know you are no longer content to run in circles. Like this message, subscribe, and join a community of souls who are courageously choosing to step off the exhausting treadmill of pursuit and into the luminous path of alignment. Here is the sacred truth that no one teaches us in the world of endless striving. The universe does not respond to the speed of your chase, it responds to the frequency of your being. And chasing, whether it's love, money, success, clarity, or peace, always emits the same energetic frequency, lack. The very act of chasing is a loud, unmissable signal that declares, I do not have this thing I want, and I don't believe it will come unless I go out and forcibly drag it back to me. You may think you're demonstrating dedication, discipline, or ambition, but energetically, what you are broadcasting is fear. A fear that you are incomplete, a fear that you are not worthy unless you earn it, a fear that if you pause for even a moment, life will pass you by and you will be left behind in the dust of other people's happiness. And the universe, in its infinite, unerring wisdom, responds not to your words or wishes, but to that dominant energy within you. It is a perfect mirror reflecting back more of the vibration you emit. If your vibration is rooted in the feeling of not having, then life can only deliver experiences that reinforce that feeling, because you are declaring with every breath that you are separate from what you seek. This is not cosmic punishment, it is divine feedback. The universe isn't holding out on you, it's holding space for you to remember. Remember that you don't need to prove your worthiness to receive. Remember that what is meant for you is not running away from you, is waiting for you to stop running away from yourself. The chase keeps you outward focused, forever searching out there, when the real magnet, the real frequency that draws all things to you, is cultivated in here, in the quiet, centered sanctuary of your soul. Think of it like this. Your soul, in its most aligned state, is a powerful beacon, a lighthouse that doesn't run around the stormy seas chasing ships, but stands firmly, radiating light, trusting that the ships meant to find it will be guided by that unwavering glow. That is the energy of alignment. It is not passive, but it is peaceful. It is not stagnant, but it is still. It is the knowing that the things you seek, love, success, clarity, abundance, naturally drawn to the version of you who believes you are already whole without them. That doesn't mean you give up on your dreams or abandon your desires. Quite the opposite. It means you release the frantic energy that says, I need this to feel enough. Instead, you align your frequency to the version of you who already is enough, right here, right now. From that vibration, your actions become inspired, not desperate. Your choices flow from curiosity, not control. You stop trying to predict and manipulate every outcome because you trust the current of life to carry you precisely where you're meant to go. And suddenly, almost mysteriously, the people, opportunities, and experiences you were chasing begin to find you. Not because you wrestled them into submission, but because your energy became an open invitation, a safe harbor where those desires can finally land. This is the paradox. The less you chase, the more effortlessly life meets you halfway. But the first step is the hardest it is the radical decision to stop moving long enough to let yourself be found. So I ask you, what would happen if you just stopped? What if you gave yourself permission to release the Shasano because you don't care, but because you finally understand that chasing is the very thing blocking what you seek? What would it feel like to stand still in your own energy, to root deeply in the truth that you are already worthy, already whole, already magnetic? Imagine that for a moment. You, standing centered, relaxed, your heart open, your mind clear, not gripping, not grasping, but allowing. In that space, clarity rises, peace enters, love flows, not because you caught it, but because you became the version of you who no longer needed to chase it. This is your invitation to step into that version of yourself, not someday, but now. Declare it. Write it in the comments. I choose alignment over the chase. Let the universe hear your shift. Let yourself feel the relief of that choice ripple through your being. And stay with us on this journey. Subscribe, connect, and walk with a community that is remembering together. The most beautiful things in life are not hunted, they are welcomed. And you are finally ready to open the door. So, if the path of chasing leads only to exhaustion and disappointment, what is the divine alternative? What is the sacred, luminous path that leads away from this never-ending, soul-crushing treadmill of unfulfilled desire? The answer is both profoundly simple and breathtakingly courageous. It is the art of allowing. Let us be absolutely clear on this point, for it is crucial. Choosing to stop the chase is not, in any way, the same as giving up. Giving up is a heavy, defeated act of resignation. It is a final surrender to the belief that you are not worthy, that your dreams are impossible. It is a lowering of your frequency to the dense vibrations of hopelessness and despair. To consciously stop chasing, however, is a supreme act of spiritual power. It is the ultimate declaration of faith in yourself and in a benevolent universe. It is the moment you finally stand still, look the universe directly in the eye, and declare with every fiber of your being, I trust you. I trust the divine timing of my life. I trust my own intrinsic worth. I now know, with a certainty that quiets all fear, that what is divinely and truly meant for me will not and cannot ever pass me by. I am already whole. I am already worthy. I am already complete. And I no longer need to run myself into the ground, to perform and to prove, in order to earn what is already mine by divine right. This singular decision, this sacred shift in perspective, is the catalyst that begins to repattern your entire energetic signature. In that moment, you begin to transition from the frantic, grasping, and often chaotic energy of the hunter to the calm, radiant, and irresistibly magnetic energy of the lighthouse. Consider the profound wisdom of the lighthouse. A lighthouse does not run up and down the coastline, frantically chasing after ships, desperately screaming for them to come to shore. It does not worry if the ships in the distance can see its light. It does not fret about the storms or the darkness. It simply stands, firmly and deeply anchored to its foundation, and it shines. It shines its unique, unwavering light out into the vastness. It is in its powerful, steady, and unapologetic state of being that it fulfills its highest purpose. And the ships, navigating the dark and treacherous waters, are naturally, effortlessly drawn to its steady, reliable, and life-saving glow. You, in the deepest truth of your soul, are that lighthouse. Your sacred task is not to chase the ships of love, success, or peace. Your task is to tend to your inner light. It is to cultivate your inner peace, to clear away the fog of self-doubt, and to anchor yourself so deeply in the bedrock of your own unconditional self-worth that your very presence, your unique energetic signature, becomes a powerful, luminous beacon that effortlessly draws all of your desires to you, guiding them safely home. When you finally summon the courage to make this conscious, sacred choice to release the chase, the transformation that begins to unfold both within you and in the world around you is nothing short of a miracle. It must be said that at first, this new way of being may feel deeply strange, perhaps even profoundly uncomfortable. Your mind, which has become so deeply accustomed to the familiar, frantic rhythm of the hamster wheel of worry, analysis, and strategic planning, might rebel. It might scream at you in panic in the face of this newfound, expansive stillness. It might tell you that you are being lazy, that you are giving up, that everything will fall apart if you are not constantly pushing and controlling. Acknowledge these fears, thank your mind for trying to protect you, and then gently, lovingly breathe through them. stay with the stillness. Because on the other side of that initial storm of resistance lies a profound peace that surpasses all logical understanding, a tranquility that cannot be described, only experienced. Your physical body will be the first to thank you. Your nervous system, which has likely been operating in a state of chronic fight or flight for years, finally begins to down-regulate. The constant, low-grade hum of anxiety that you had come to accept as a normal part of life begins to dissolve, like mist in the morning sun. You'll notice your shoulders dropping away from your ears, your jaw unclenches, and the simple, life-giving act of breathing deepens and slows. This profound physical relaxation is the first tangible sign that your entire energetic system is recalibrating to a higher, more harmonious frequency. As your inner world grows quiet and still, you begin to hear again, not with your ears, but with your soul. You begin to discern the soft, subtle, and loving whispers of your own intuition, your personal divine guidance system, which has been trying to speak to you all along, but was simply drowned out by the deafening noise of your desperate, fearful mind. You start to notice the synchronicities, those magical and meaningful coincidences that the universe constantly lays in your path. They were always there, but they were invisible to your eyes when you were frantically scanning the horizon. You might find yourself thinking of a dear old friend you haven't spoken to in years, and moments later, your phone rings with their name on the screen. You might be struggling with a specific question or a difficult decision, and the answer suddenly appears, clear as day, in a line from a book you randomly open, a lyric from a song you overhear in a cafe, or a powerful message on a billboard you drive past. These are not mere random coincidences. They are powerful and loving confirmations from the universe. They are the cosmos gently winking at you, lovingly responding to your newfound state of trust, showing you with undeniable evidence that you are indeed on the right path, that you are heard, and that it is actively, joyfully conspiring in your favor. This fundamental shift in your personal frequency inevitably ripples outward, having a profound and palpable effect on the world and the people around you. You'll notice that others begin to respond to you in a completely different way. When you are no longer energetically chasing validation or seeking approval from them, you become a walking, breathing sanctuary of calm and authenticity. People feel inexplicably safe and at ease in your presence because they sense, on a deep, subconscious level, that you don't need anything from them. You are not trying to extract love, admiration, or security from them to fill a void within yourself. Your interactions become cleaner, more authentic, more genuine, and far more meaningful. You find yourself naturally stopping the habit of tailoring your words and actions to please others or to manage their perceptions of you. Instead, you begin to speak your unapologetic truth, not from a place of aggression, but from a place of deeply grounded confidence and self-respect. This raw authenticity is incredibly, irresistibly magnetic. You'll find that the right people, the soul-aligned friends, the conscious and loving partners, the supportive mentors, the inspired collaborators start to gravitate towards you as if drawn by an invisible force. They appear in your life not because you hunted them down, but because your newly aligned energy is now a perfect resonant match for theirs. In the same effortless manner, opportunities begin to flow to you with a surprising and delightful sense of ease and grace. That perfect job offer you had given up on suddenly appears in your inbox from an unexpected source. The ideal client, the one you would love to work with, finds their way to you through a chance referral. A brilliant creative idea, one that feels completely aligned with your soul's purpose, downloads into your mind with crystal clarity while you're simply taking a walk in nature. This magical flow begins to happen because you finally stop trying to use a battering ram to force open doors that were never truly meant for you. By choosing to stand still in your own power, by embodying the energy of what you wish to create, you allow the doors that are authentically and divinely yours to swing open on their own, revealing paths you couldn't have even imagined. You are no longer engaged in a grueling, upstream battle against the current of life. Instead, you are gracefully and joyfully floating with it, trusting it, and allowing it to carry you with perfect precision to exactly where you are meant to go. In this state of surrender, you come to the profound realization that you don't need to fight for your place in the world, because the sacred place that is meant for you, the one that fits your soul perfectly, has been lovingly reserved for you all along. Let us now deepen our understanding of this sacred principle by turning to the most fundamental, intimate, and often overlooked spiritual teacher we have, our own breath. Take a moment right now to simply observe it. Think about this with true presence. Do you chase your next breath? Do you lie awake at night, anxiously wondering if your next inhalation will arrive? Do you desperately hold onto the air currently in your lungs, terrified to release the exhale for fear that there won't be any more to follow? Of course you don't. The very idea is absurd. You breathe with an implicit, unwavering, cellular-level trust that is woven into the very fabric of your being. You release the exhale completely, without a moment's hesitation, creating a temporary space, a gentle vacuum, knowing with an absolute and unshakable certainty that the next life-giving inhale will rush in to fill it. It is a perfect, divine, and utterly effortless cycle of release and receiving, of giving and taking. This is not just biology, this is the very rhythm of the universe itself, playing out within your own body. This is the sacred model for how you are meant to live and create in every aspect of your life. Now, imagine for a moment, what if you could apply this same profound, effortless trust to every other area of your existence? What if you could release your white-knuckled attachment to a specific, desired outcome, trusting with every cell in your body that a new, perhaps even more beautiful and aligned outcome will rush in to take its place at the perfect time? What if you could fully let go of clinging to a person or a past relationship, trusting that this very act of release creates the sacred space necessary for true, unconditional, and aligned love to finally enter your life? When you consciously choose to stop chasing, you are simply learning to breathe with the infinite, intelligent lungs of the universe. You are choosing to honor the sacred and eternal rhythm of creation, a rhythm which always requires both the focused inhale of clear desire and the trusting, complete exhale of surrender and release. You cannot have one without the other. To only inhale is to hoard and stagnate. To only exhale is to deplete. The magic, the life force, the creative power all reside in the graceful, trusting balance of the two. Furthermore, it is essential that we explore the even deeper truth hiding behind our frantic, lifelong pursuits. Take a moment for honest self-inquiry. What are you really chasing? When you say that you are desperate for a specific relationship, are you truly chasing that unique individual with all their flaws and complexities? Or are you, in fact, chasing the profound and universal feeling of being loved, of being seen, of feeling safe, cherished, and secure? When you say you want to be a millionaire, are you truly chasing the rectangular pieces of paper or the digits in a bank account? Or are you chasing the expansive and empowering feeling of freedom, of safety, of generosity, and of limitless abundance? The truth, when you look at it with courage, is that we are never truly chasing the external thing itself. We are always, in every instance, chasing the internal feeling we mistakenly believe the external thing will finally grant us. And right here, in this realization, lies the most powerful and liberating secret of all. You do not need the external circumstance to access the internal feeling. You, right now, in this very moment, possess the divine alchemical power to cultivate the feelings of profound peace, unconditional love, unshakable wholeness, and radiant abundance within the sacred laboratory of your own heart. The conscious decision to stop chasing is the first and most potent step in this alchemical process. By choosing to be still, by bravely turning your focus away from the chaotic external world and gently inward, by starting a simple, consistent practice of gratitude for all that you already have and all that you already are, you begin to actively generate the very emotional frequencies you were once desperately and fruitlessly seeking on the outside. You literally become the source of your own peace. You become the source of your own love. You become the source of your own security and abundance. And then, in a beautiful, breathtaking, and divinely orchestrated twist, once you have become the consistent, energetic embodiment of these feelings, the universe, as the perfect mirror it is, has no other choice but to bring you a cascade of external circumstances, people, and experiences that are a perfect and undeniable match to your new inner state. You no longer need the relationship in order to feel loved. You radiate love from within, and so a loving, harmonious relationship appears as a natural reflection. You no longer need the money in order to feel abundant. You cultivate a deep sense of gratitude and abundance for the life you have now, and so money and resources begin to flow to you with an almost magical ease. This is the ultimate spiritual alignment. This is the sacred art of conscious creation. This is the mastery of living a truly empowered life. So the sacred invitation being offered to you today is not one of passivity or lazy inaction. It is, in fact, an invitation to a far more intelligent, infinitely more powerful, and profoundly more sacred form of action that springs forth organically from a deep well of inner alignment, not from the shallow, muddy puddle of outer desperation and fear. The core message is deceptively simple, yet embracing it fully is often the work of a lifetime. Release the frantic, ironclad grip of control. Let go of the painful, inherited illusion that you must constantly struggle and strive for every single scrap of happiness and worthiness. Have the courage to stand still long enough to feel the solid support of the earth beneath your feet. Breathe, not just with your lungs, but with your entire being. Remember, with every cell, that your intrinsic worth is not and has never been up for negotiation. It is an inherent, unchangeable, divine fact of your existence, established the moment you came into being. Lovingly and patiently cultivate the feelings you most desire within the sacred garden of your own heart, and then watch with wonder and awe as the external world begins to magically reorganize itself to perfectly reflect the beauty of your new inner vibration. The universe is not withholding your destiny from you. It has never been a cruel gatekeeper. It has been lovingly and patiently trying to deliver all of your heart's desires to you all along. The problem was never that you weren't running fast enough, trying hard enough, or being smart enough. The problem was that you were running at all in the wrong direction outward instead of inward. When you finally, truly stop chasing, you do not stop moving forward on your path. In fact, for the first time, you begin to truly advance. You simply stop moving from a place of fear. Instead, you begin to be moved. You are moved by grace. You are moved by synchronicities. You are moved by your own clear intuition. You are moved by a powerful, divine flow that will lovingly and effortlessly carry you to destinations far more breathtakingly beautiful than any you could have possibly forced your way to through sheer exhausting will. Trust this sacred process. Trust the divine timing of your unique and beautiful journey. Stop chasing and allow your real life, in all of its unimaginable magnificence, to finally, joyfully, and completely catch up to you.